Hello everyone and welcome back to Sorcery. Part 2, the city port of traps. Karen. I think I messed up this. Karen, the city port of traps, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna head to the north gate. This is also... Oh no, this is not the shortest way on the other side, I see. Seems like the only way on the other side is bridge. Unless I would be able to swim across, maybe, perhaps? Okay, so again, as in part 1, we get screwed really badly and somehow get out of it. You had right, following the old man who stole it from you. Until you reach the hut, you saw him enter. It is the only building in this path that is still standing. Either side are empty plots, once the houses of the farmers who planted the fields to the north. They are now collapsed. And think with grip wheat, it seems that here in the shadow of the city walls is not a place people choose to live. Look at the remaining hut. Perhaps. By the side of the door to the hut is a scene, delicately painted. Chainmaker! The door is just a crack ajar, and from within you hear a gentle thinking sound. Metal on metal, as through a creature in the chainmail dresses was endlessly pacing the floor. You pause a moment, longer, and listen closely to the door, but there are no voices or footsteps from within, just the sound of the chains. From somewhere further on comes the filing and rising sound of a crowd. Some kind of event is taking place. There are several places you could go next. Wait, no, I want my money back. You push open the door and enter. It's dark inside. The floor is soft dust, and the air smells of oil, polish, and burned metal. From the ceiling, hanging like ivy, are metal chains of all lengths and thickness. Some suitable for machinery, some for oxen, and others from arms and feet. The chains shift and whimper themselves. There seems to be no one here. No sign of the old man, although a second door is open in the far wall of the hut. No shop owner in Kara should leave their wares unattended. You begin to carefully search the room, trying not to set the chains to rattling. You start your search near the lift wall, and came across a small box containing 3 gold pieces, which you take. A high cupboard is fixed in the right-hand wall. Inside you find a glass container, labeled in the same hand as the shop sign. Limberry juice, which you take. So you now have 4 lots of the potion. That's great. Next, you look under the work table, but there is nothing but a dust and wood sticks there. As you move across the room, you stumble clumsily into a chain. Oh no! And it begins to swing, hitting other chains on either side. The far door opens, and a man-orc from Torepani appears. It looks like he is angry. The chainmaker growls furiously and snatches up a particularly heavy length of metal, holding it like it was thread. Talk my way out of this. Or cast a spell? I have quite a lot of stamina and this potion seems to be quite handy. But what I could do here? That's my question. Mood? Create quicksand, requires sand. I was thinking maybe I can zap him since he's holding something metal. Leash, maybe? But I don't see Z, and this is unfortunate because it's zap. Requires beeswax, Come on, give me something. Hot. Fireball, 3 stamina. Oh, holy crap, I'm not sure should I do this. I have bad experience with fire. What is the last thing we can do though? Because I think I seen... We tried R, H, M, F. F is the last thing. Fix. Okay, the only thing I can do is the fireball. Yeah, let's do fireball. Screw it. Because why not? You cast the spell and hurl an enormous fireball at the Childmaker. He incarnates into a pile of ash, surrounded by a pool of molten metal. Holy fuck! I'm sorry. I didn't know I am so powerful wizard. With the Chainmaker dead, you quickly look what he left behind and find far more gold pieces. He also owns a neatly folded skull cap. Yes, give it to me. I don't care. I got important quest. You pocket in on the way out of the shop. A silver chain catches your attention. The silver chain is clearly enchanted. The end seems to snap and bite at one another like enormous snakes. You may be able to use it in a battle quite effectively. As you leave the shop, you call a thank you to the chainmaker for the chain, wishing his soul well. Yeah, I didn't meant to kill him, he just looked very angry. Also, we didn't find the old man yet. You continue along the road. The land rises gently. A thin, meager scrap, broken by rocky outcrops like teeth through an infant's gum. Goats roam the slopes, paranoid, shifty creatures who flee at the sound of your footstep. Suddenly you could be back in the fields outside the Christianity. This part of the city port is barely habited, so should be safe enough to pass through quickly. You continue walking along the track and begin to hear the sound of the larger crowd up ahead. There is some kind of market or happening farther on, near the river. You pass a dirt track on the left that leads away across the fields. I don't want to go through the crowd, and I am a dolphin. I got bad feeling about going through the crowd in this place. You turn off in the main track onto the dirt road. It passes along the edge of the fields, rising and falling through the scrap and cut high before pattering out to become a merged goat path. You are no longer sure if this is a real path at all. There is a rocky rise up ahead. You crest the rise with the grass grown thin, then pause at the sound from behind you. It is a quiet shh of a dagger driving from a sheet. I don't want to do another fireball in the long grass. This was mistake I never forget. But luckily I don't see even option here. Jig. We don't have bamboo fruit. Control non-intelligent creatures. Huh. That's something, I guess. What else is there? 6. Clone the caster. Only 1 stamina. This sounds great. Let's do this. You cast the spell and 5 clones step out from behind you on either side. You hear whoever it is behind you gasp with horror, and then you hear their footsteps running off through the fields. Yeah, you better run. The path winds through fields, passing on an orchard on one side. The trees are dying and bare of apples. On the other side, across muddy fields, you see the colors and flags of a festival. Then the view is shrouded by tall fences on the either side. It's a trap. It must be. You hurry onwards, aware that you stand in a tight spot. Up ahead you can see the path emerging, and beyond there seems to be a road. Ooh. We're doing quite a progress, I think, but this will be quite messy, I think, here. However, I want to check my items, and since we have so many Limberry juice, I think I can relatively safely... Yeah, this looks good, in my opinion. Let's go. Oh, okay. You emerge onto a wide road that leads up a gentle slope towards the cliff edge. You turn to look up at the cliff, which rises suddenly out of the middle of the fields. Along its ridge is a line of finer buildings, thought most have fallen into wreck and ruin. Looking back downhill, you see a far distant buildings, and beyond the point where the three roads into Kare diverged. Time to move on. So yeah, my only worry at the moment is my leak of rations. You continue tramping through a fields until after about half an hour you emerge onto a wide road, heading uphill towards the center of Kare. To the right of the main road, a track lined with a colorful flags leads along the line of the cliff, heading towards the fair you heard earlier. A short distance from the road is a small hut built from mud bricks. Smoke rises from the chimney and the thick, rich smell wafts from its door. If it's a shop, it can't get much trade, stuck out here in the middle of the fields. Oh, this is the flags. Ormine Road. I feel this might not be a shop. Let's see. The door to the small hut is a little ajar. Pleasant smell drifts out, but you hear nothing from inside. Just I did. I mean, I know we are in the very suspicious area or city, but let's knock. You knock firmly on the door. A voice calls back. Enter, friend, but be careful as soon as you open the door. Why? Why? Slip through the doorway. Holy... You slip through the doorway as carefully as you can, locking up. You notice a jar of some kind of liquid balanced preciously atop the door. The shop is a kitchen. There is a fire in the grate with a pot above it, which bubbles and smokes. On the walls hangs herbs, vegetables, meats, and cooking equipment. But how hard you look, you cannot seem to see the speaker. And what is this, if not the speaker? Why there is a fist holding a candle? Look on the table. You look on the table, which is full of clutter, wondering if there is someone hiding there, but all you see is a junk. The small box containing a scroll and a mirror. You done poking? Around my kitchen, Captain, asks the voice. Look near the heat. Looking again, you suddenly notice a strange-looking creature standing beside the pot. He has a human torso, but his head is nothing but a green-colored jelly. He is hard to spot because of the vegetables hanging on the wall behind him, but you can tell he is the chef, as the long sinuous tentacles coming from his head are scooping with ladles, striking with spoons, waving salt shakers, and branching a cleaver. So, what do you want? Asks the creature. I think he will get mad if I take a scroll, which I really want to do. Talk to the creature. Maybe. Greetings, creature? You begin. Look, the creature complains. Its tentacles go back to string chopping and mixing. I don't have all day. What do you want? I'd like to buy some food. I'd like to that box of yours. I'd like to buy some food. Oh, alright, the creature replies, giving his cablon a quick steer, but not taking his eyes off you. It's five gold pieces, and it's Bristol Beast Kindles. Hope that's alright with you. That's too much. I'm sorry. You tell him. He shrugs in waft of tentacles. You leave the hut. Damn it, we didn't drain anything from there. I could be more careful with this. Oh well. I mean, I could just try to take some stuff, but he probably wouldn't like it. Okay, I'm gonna cut this episode here to not make it too long, and hope you enjoyed. I think I'm gonna head left. This looks like a more interesting area. Dwarf Town. Yeah, there might be some dwarves there. Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. And I'm guessing we gonna need to pass the bridge somehow, which is open. But that should be it, I think. For today. And yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching and see ya!